And now, the Dean Trailways fifth quarter.
Well, just a week ago, we were talking about three of our high school football teams hoping to raise a state championship, and now we're trading in touchdowns for three-pointers.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks as always for tuning in to the Dean Trailways fifth quarter. I'm Ian Kress.
And I'm Haley Schoengart. This is the first Friday night of the high school boys basketball season, and tonight our big game landed us in Hornet country as Williamston welcomed in Okemos. Both of these teams won in their season openers earlier in the week, so who would be the ones to keep the good vibes rolling? Well, the Wolves took an 11-point lead into the locker room, and when they returned, so did some sharp shooting. The big fella, Colin Walton, pulls up from downtown, nothing but net. He finished with 16 points, but the Hornets would have some offensive weapons of their own. Hudson Hunt powers into the paint and gets it up and in to pull Willie within 13, and their comeback effort wouldn't stop there. Ben Smith lays it in with ease and gets the whistle, but the Walton brothers were just too much in the second half. This time, Brennan Walton joins in on the fun. He snags the rebound and gets the bucket to help him end the day with 12 points and 7 boards. Okemos wins 42-26 the final, thanks to the Waltons, who combined for over half of the Wolves' points tonight.
I've always been a pretty solid shooter, but sometimes my confidence is down. My team brings me up, especially when I'm not making it. Like, I didn't make any threes in the first half, and then guys got me in position to score. And that's really what helped me make those threes. It's not because I'm a good shooter, but because guys got me in good positions to make those baskets.
You know, they've always been pretty good shooters, but they're just like everybody else with this team. They're just a tough group, and they're very unselfish, and those guys are kind of leading the way in that.
Well, staying with the theme of teams in the CAAC Red taking on a team in the CAAC Blue, DeWitt welcomed in St. John's tonight in the second half. Senior John Amama comes down with a rebound and goes right back up with it to increase the Panther lead. And a little bit later, fellow senior Adam Flannery gonna let it fly from behind the arc. He led the way with 17 points tonight. And soon after, Zach Nevison cuts to the basket, adds 2 of his 13 points. The Red Wings would slow it down, though, towards the end. Chris Stewart gonna drive, give it to his man, Brennan Thomas. He creates some space, hits the 3 as time winded down. However, it was too little too late as DeWitt rolls to a 50-34 win for its first win of the season. And another team in the CAAC Red in a cross-conference matchup was Lansing Eastern, who welcomed in Eaton Rapids. Greyhounds were looking for their first win in 2 seasons. First quarter, Geo Austin, a little stop and pop to give the Quakers the lead. And because football season is still fresh on our minds, how about some turnovers for touchdowns? Raul de la Cruz gets the steal and the bucket to increase the Quaker lead. The Greyhounds would pounce shortly after, though. Demarion Bailey shows off the impressive moves in the post. He's only a sophomore, by the way. However, the Quakers feeling it from downtown. Sophomore Eddie Jones lets it rain. Lansing Eastern wins 77-57 for its first win of the season. And over in the CMAC, Pewamo Westphalia knows a thing or two about a deep postseason run, and last year, no different.
Oh yeah, the Pirates made it all the way to the state quarterfinals, and tonight their journey to the Breslin Center starts once again. This year with a heavy hitter of an opponent, which is where we bring in the third member of our team, Tyler Dreesinga. Hey, Tyler.
Hey, Haley. Yeah, the Pewamo Westphalia Pirates fell to Niles Brandywine in the state quarterfinals a season ago. The Pirates open up the new season with 5 of their first 6 games at home, including tonight's clash with Saginaw Novell. Novell has won at least a district title each of the last 3 years. Early on, Pewamo Westphalia's Reese Thalen passes it to Cash Pole, who hesitates a minute, and then Cash Pole is cash money for the first points of the new season. Later, the Pirates' Grady Eklund drives down the lane, gets a tough finish to go in traffic. Eklund was just getting started in this one. Moments later, here he comes again, and no, this isn't a replay. It sure looks like one, though. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Then with time winding down in the opening frame, you can call him all reliable. It's Eklund driving down the other side of the lane this time, spinning back across and finishing to push the Pirate lead to 15-10. Pewamo Westphalia starts the season with a 20-point win, 66-46, the final.
Well, down in Dansville, the Aggies welcomed in Leslie. In the beginning, both teams would come out a little shy. Then the real fun would begin. Connor Marciniak, there we go, I knew I was going to mess that up, pulls out the spin move, breaks out the fadeaway J to pull the Blackhawks ahead by 1. But then Drew Fance would be preheated and ready to fire away. He gets some space and dials up a 3-ball, splash. And like I said, just heating up. This time he was channeling his inner Steph Curry with the stop and pop tray. Dansville secures the win, 49-35, the final.
All right, well, it's time for us to take our first time out of the night, and the fun is just getting started. When we come back, we're going to check in on the reigning CAAC white champions, Charlotte.
Yeah, superstar Braden Hill is now tearing up the gridiron for Saginaw Valley State, so how would the Orioles team look without him? Plus, you saw him there. Mateen Cleaves was at Lansing Catholic tonight to watch East Lansing put on a show. We'll check in with Ray Mitchell and his Trojans when the Dean Trailways fifth quarter returns.
The Charlotte Orioles are coming off one of the best seasons in program history. They won the CAAC White for the first time in 31 years and claimed the district title. The Orioles opened up the new season with a heartbreaking 66-64 overtime loss to Fowlerville on Tuesday. They played their home opener tonight against Hastings, a school they'd love to beat after Hastings ended the Oriole football season in districts. A three from Hastings' David Giles cut the Oriole lead to 6 early in the second half. But from that point on, it was all Charlotte. Malachi Garza surveys the court, fires a smooth pass to a cutting Ben Buzzard for the easy lay-in. Later, it's Garza from the wing, rising and burying the triple try to push the Oriole lead to 8. He led the way with 19 points tonight. And if you thought his pass a moment ago was nice, check out this touch pass in transition from Cutler Brandt to Aiden Laverty for 2. Late in the game, Garza adds the exclamation point. It was pushing 9 o'clock, but the bank is still open. Charlotte rolls 64-43. And Tom Fleming says that loss to Hastings in football did add a little extra motivation for his guys tonight.
And in fact, that was a motivation through the week, because I asked them that, and I knew the answer. I said, who put you guys out in football? And they knew. And number 4 there for Hastings, good ball player, he was the quarterback. So anyway, yeah, that was a little extra motivation there.
We made a lot of progress, for sure. We made a lot of progress, and there's still work to be done for defense and offense, and the shot selections we make.
Stockbridge taking on Olivet, the 3rd game of the week for the Panthers and the season opener for Olivet. Olivet jumps out to a big early lead. Stockbridge settles in. Foster Pybus cuts the lead to 5 late in the first. Second quarter, Joey Ballig is all alone in the corner and knocks it home. Then check out the passing from Olivet on this next play. In transition, he goes over the head, whoop, and then whoop, another one to Bo Lincoln for the easy lay-in. Eagles up by 1. But Stockbridge reclaims the lead before the half. It's Ballig with another corner 3, plus the foul. Stockbridge picks up a nice road win, 54-44, the final.
Well, obviously it is early, but we can already tell one team is going to be must-see TV all season.
Yeah, the East Lansing boys feature some serious talent with a lot of high-flying ability. EL not only returns junior Cameron Hudson, the son of former Spartan Andre Hudson, but the Trojans now have KJ Torbert on the squad this year. The sophomore played at Okemos last year and is the son of former Spartan Kelvin Torbert. So with all these Michigan State connections, look who made an appearance tonight. Mateen Cleaves with the great Dr. Tucker to watch East Lansing take on Lansing Catholic. First half, look out below. Junior J.L. Branson throws it down. He finished with 18 points. Then Torbert is going to pull out my favorite move in the book, the hop, skip, and a do.
He had
Count
to.
the bucket in the foul. Torbert had 13 points in his EL debut. Now in the second half, highlights just kept coming. Hudson throws down the alley-oop from Branson, and shortly after, Hudson cleared for takeoff once again. He led the team with 19 points. East Lansing wins big, 67-15. A performance Cleaves certainly approved of, and we had to ask head coach Ray Mitchell if it's difficult to manage so many top playmakers.
No, that's easy. I mean, you want players, right? So, no, it's a good problem to have. They have to learn how to play with each other and play together and play for each other.
Having someone like Mateen Cleaves come out and watch you guys, you get nervous at all when you have him out here?
Nah, I've known him my whole life. That's like my uncle. So, it's real fun, you know, just being able to pass it around and have fun, let everybody eat. It just makes the game more fun.
Yeah, they're going to be fun to watch this year. So that wraps up the first Friday night of high school hoops for the new season. When we come back, we're going to shift gears from a season just beginning to a season nearing its end.
That's right. It's conference championship weekend in college football. The Michigan Wolverines will be playing for their 3rd straight Big Ten title tomorrow against Iowa.
Yeah,
we'll preview the big game. We'll also give you a peek at what you can look forward to on tomorrow's MSU FCU Coaches Show as we sat down with the Spartans' freshman point guard Jeremy Fierce Jr. We'll see you soon.
Welcome back to the Dean Trailways fifth quarter. Outside of tonight's Pac-12 championship game between Oregon and Washington, tomorrow is Conference Championship Saturday in college football.
There are a number of teams still in the hunt for the college football playoff.
Oh yeah, there are. Second-ranked Michigan arrived in Indianapolis today in search of its third straight Big Ten title. And for the second time in 3 years, the opponent is Iowa. Now, a win by the Wolverines would mark the first time in program history they have won 3 straight outright Big Ten titles.
It feels like really all we've done here is just make new history and, get our names up on the books and, implement ourselves here in Schembechler Hall and, create this legacy. And we're going to do everything in our power to get it done.
As for the Michigan State men's basketball team, head coach Tom Izzo hasn't been bashful about his confidence in his young point guard, Jeremy Fears Jr. Before the season, Izzo even compared the freshman's leadership abilities to that of Mateen Cleaves. It's high expectations for an 18-year-old kid, and we'll be featuring Fears Jr. on this week's MSU FCU Coaches Show. He discussed how his basketball background has uniquely prepared him to shoulder the expectations here. It's a background that includes playing for USA basketball at various age groups. He says that international basketball experience gave him early exposure to wild crowds, which should help with Big Ten play starting next week.
My U17 year, we played Spain in the championship, and it just felt like the floor was shaking how loud the gym was. It was about maybe 7,000 people, and screaming, yelling. I looked up in the stands and I seen fire. And I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. But it was great. I wouldn't trade it or take it back.
All right, so yeah, we talked with Fears, you talked with Cohen, right?
Yeah,
Cohen
he reacted to some of his iconic dunks. It was really, really funny to get to see his take on, of course, the Alcorn State dunk, and then he did some when he was in high school. Almost broke a backboard.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
He was funny.
Talked with Izzo, of course, and that's going to be tomorrow on the MSU Federal Credit Union Coaches Show at 11 a.m. on WLNS. For now, have a good night.
See ya.